Recording in progress.
Hi, hello, welcome to the Daily Tarot Buffet brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the transiting moon into Capricorn. It's going to be in most places of the world, give or take about half a day. The 26th through the 28th, a couple days before the new moon. We have Bajetta the Magician, Imperatrice the Empress, Ruota the Wheel of Fortune. So during Aquarius season, when the moon is transiting the sign of Capricorn, that's the 12th house event. So this is things going on over our head, behind our back, behind the scenes, without our knowing. Typically, it's where our ancestors are involved. There's a spiritual inheritance that's being stewarded by the benevolent or exalted beings according to our bloodline or our lineage. For most of us, that's our ancestors, and not everybody is an heiress in the traditional sense of like, I have a throne, I have a seat, I have an empire. Sometimes it could be a spiritual gift, sometimes it could be a talent, even. Oftentimes, it's the ability to be fruitful, which can include childbearing or easily making friends or having wealth. Ancient wealth was like gems and gold. It wasn't necessarily cash money dollar bills as it would be today. Another form of wealth is spiritual knowledge or talents. In the ancient day, braiding hair was even a talent. So it's not just beautification. It could be singing, it could be writing, it could be penmanship. So there's some type of, we're an heiress in some kind of way. We may or may not know about this. I feel that we do, but it's like we're moving on, moving forward. We're sitting on that and looking out into the world. So we have a capability. We have something on lock. And the 12th house is that of institutionalization, not always being institutionalized, but something that is like, it's almost like it's made an institution, a legacy. It's made into like something that could be shared, or listen, something that could be left behind for the history books, the storybooks. Maybe something that's being prepared as if it can be given down, passed down. So let me give you this example and we'll continue. I'm a big fan of entrepreneurship personally. This is an example I like to use. Just because you have a business that's for profit doesn't mean you need to sell it. Perhaps you want the children to inherit it. And this is an example. I understand it's a privileged one. But if you do not set the business up as if it can be sold, you're not really working a business, you're working a hobby. So you're not working in your on your business, you're working in your business. So it's the frame of mind and the intention and the future pacing, the legacy making, the legacy building, the empire building. If you treat the business as if it could be sold, then it does thoroughly qualify as an asset. Now, not all of us have a house or a business as an asset, but we have talents, we have abilities, we have knowledge, we have experience, we have connections, we have contacts. We have skills, we have strategies, we have tactics. Those are all assets. Okay, so these are being leveraged in some kind of way, shape, form, or another so that we can pass them down or enshrine them, or institutionalize them, make a legacy with them. Because we have some kind of perfected skill here, or our skill is either appropriate or aligned or apropos. Something of that nature. It's like it's either the right time, the right moment, the right space, or we're the right person. This could be also perfect justice, or skilled at justice. We can be some kind of litigator, mediator, arbiter, solicitor. The magician and the judice, the justice card here is called adjustments. We also have the King of Wands, Page of Wands. So Page of Wands, Empress card, that typically means that we want to get out there and cut it up. We have this drive, desire, passion for life. We're feeling bodacious is what I'm hearing. Give me a moment. We're also feeling in alignment or in the right. So we're feeling bountiful, we're feeling joyful, we're feeling loving, we're feeling nurturing, but we're also kind of wanting to take action in some kind of way. And we know that we want to take action, we're figuring out what kind of action we want to take or what direction the action is going to take. We have the Five of Pentacles here with the Tower and the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords Tower card, we might be dismantling something or making some type of revelation or popping off at the mouth. We can be spitting fire, dropping bombs, shots fired with our tongue kind of deal. Five of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune here. So some parties outside of ourselves, and again, this is a general reading, number one, and number two, the 12th, the 11th, the 10th house is not always us, especially the 12th house. So it would be privacy, the 4th house, secrecy, the 8th house, discretion, the 12th house. So there might be people around us that are not on the right side of karma. They might be getting stripped according to mechanisms or corrections or reversals. And it would be according to something that we did, but it's not our intention. It's almost like we found out that we're in the right or we're in the right spot or that we have a window, a window open, like a timing situation. And according to the manifestation of our desires, according to the actions that we take, it is going to irradiate somebody else's path or someone else's path. And also, we can be quickly getting like a new woman in our life, whatever that means, a female leader, older matriarch, or we can be the new woman, or we could be meeting a new woman, even if it's non-intimate, like a friend. This is the best buddy. Page of Wands, King of Wands. This is like, that's somebody that has your back. Queen of Wands out here too, though. So I think what's a little bit shocking for us is that this energy is a little bit more in their feminine energy, which doesn't mean that, they're mariposa. It can mean that that they're in their loving, nurturing energy and we're in our action taking energy. Does that make sense? So they're a little bit more receptive in relative to our energy. Maybe not in general, but if you compare their energy to our energy, okay, and that I just got a positive confirmation from their side. They like sitting pretty the way that they are because they attract a lot more and we manifest through putting energy out. They attract and manifest through calling energy in. At least that's how it works right now. And in the divine partnership, just so you know, every 18 months or so, the connection, if it's a true, genuine, divine one, it does kind of switch polarities. I also know that the nodes just shifted into Leo from, I believe it was Virgo Pisces. They switched into Leo Aquarius. So that would be, we're coming across a polarity shift. And if it's in the path of Aquarius, that would be the season that we're in. So over the next week or so, this narrative is going to play out. It'll come up in the next couple of dailies through the new moon into the first quarter up until the full moon. Yeah, we're falling into formation. Something's been accomplished here. We have a full embodiment of our power as well. Internal, external, introverted, extroverted, macro, micro, overt, covert. Hidden, manifest, latent, exposed, difficult differences, but I think they might be coming together. Oh no, there's a little bit of turmoil. Okay, so one thing that I'm finding is that we're acting in our own best interest and it's making someone squirm. I don't see this institutionalized. What I see is that we are an institution and we may be erecting even more of an institution. We may be setting down some kind of system, structure, foundation. We may be setting down some kind of policy, procedure, and protocol. We may be establishing some type of means, mechanisms, methodologies, tools, techniques, technologies, theories, techniques, technologies. So it's because like we've kind of been set ablaze and we're owning it. We're taking immediate ownership of it. The moment we get some kind of insight, we don't work it through some type of respectability politics. What is that? None of that concern trolling, compassion baiting, tone policing, individuality shaming. If we have some kind of blind insight or intuition or instinct, we're going to embark upon that path immediately. Yeah, that went quiet for a moment. So there is also, we're coming online with the twin. Again, this has been a narrative that's loosely been there the last couple few days, couple like a week maybe. So one of us is online, the other one isn't. I feel like the feminine came online and it created all this energy here, a reaction. Okay, then the emperor just came out. Imperatore with the hangman. So the masculine here is ruling from behind the scenes, or they can be passive. Because there's a throne of judgment here, and it's the divine throne of sometimes of mercy. It's not always. It's so we have the throne of mercy here, and we're desiring respite. We're desiring equipoise. We're desiring a healing cocoon kind of chamber. There's a chrysalis here where the caterpillar has gone inside, turned to mush, but they're becoming this majestic butterfly whenever they do emerge from the cocoon. And there's been a decrustation, a dismantleization of the old to make way for the new, not in a type of death. You know, death in this realm is the initiation ceremony into the next. That's not what's happening, but there is a deep transformation, and there is, by definition, an ego death. We do have the Six of Cups as well, too. So there can be some type of micro death, some type of le petit mort. And I'm not talking about ecstasy either, for those who caught that. Le petit mot. What is it, darling? Are you yelling and yodeling over there? Do you need some attention? Baba's working. You come up here. Just behave, darling. Yeah, so I just said the mini death is what I said. And let's continue on, carry on. Yeah, so somebody is afraid of offering up their love or being open, accessible, approachable, agreeable, amenable. Okay, there we go. The Two of Pentacles. So this is the mini death because love is emerging. It's breaking each other open. So what's happened is that the universe and the ancestors have colluded to bring this union into alignment. And it's happened where the masculine has had to surrender and the feminine has had to step up, but she's stepping up into her higher self. They are stepping up into their authentic self, and it requires action in the feminine side, maybe even just internal action. Maybe it could be radical self-honesty, radical forgiveness, radical self-acceptance, radical honesty, radical forgiveness, or it can be external action out in the world, maybe, throwing the hat in the ring, being out there in the world. Um, it could be, because the way this reads is like the feminine could be doing things like joining boards, sitting on task forces, executive committees, sitting in panels, volunteering time, philanthropy, things of that nature. Not everybody's rolling like that, I get it, but it's more about like stepping up, standing out, living out loud. And I'm hearing this open sesame. Here comes Rastaman. Yeah, abracadabra, catch me if you can. I know you find it hard to believe that I am the genie of the lamp, and right now I can do anything you wish, but yeah, and I can do anything you wish, but right now I am commanding you to dance. Yeah, I don't know the name of that song. It's by Still Pulse. I think I heard that song the last time was 20 years ago, 19 years ago. Yeah, so I remember exactly where I was. And I was too big for my britches that day. I couldn't, my pants kept falling down. I needed a belt or proper sizing. This is so interesting. This is definitely the ancestors. They're calling us, inviting us to grow. Because on the feminine side, or on our side, let's say, first of all, there's masculine beauty. Very few times do I ever find a reading where it says the man is prettier than the woman. But we know gender is fluid. So this is saying masculine beauty here. Whoever is masculine identified or assigned. What does assigned mean? It means whatever the hospital told you you were. Usually it reflects your genitalia. I'll move on. But sometimes we step into a masculine identity because it works and it fits for us. It's something we could do in modern times until the last, little thing that happened in DC. But let's move on. Um, Sun card and the Emperor. That's either Sun in Aries or masculine beauty. On our side here, it says that we've made an achievement, and on the other side, usually the masculine side, it said the side that's not us, the other. It said that in the next 2 weeks they're going to achieve love. So we've been able to accomplish something, to enshrine some type of foundation. We have self-governance, self-mastery. We're self-possessed, meaning self-guided, self-directed, self-oriented, self-managed. And I'm hearing that. Stepping out, stepping. Yes, I'm stepping out. Open sesame, here comes Rastaman, abracadabra, catch me if you can. I know you find it hard to believe that I am the genie of the lamp and I can do anything you wish, but right now I am commanding you to dance. Stepping out, stepping out. So there's something here. Listen to that song. I think it's called Stepping Out. It's by Steel Pulse, Steel, Steel Pulse. It's a reggae band. Yeah, so twin flame is here. This is our mate. And we're less wanting a relationship than the person that we're connected to. But both parties have come into the light. There was a time over the last week where we were kind of meeting each other. The meeting is here. I see it. Open sesame, here comes Rastaman. Abracadabra, test me if you can. So we have the Page of Pentacles with the Queen. Oh, excuse me. Pardon. We have Infante de Nari, Infante de Sparde. Grant me a moment, darling. You're distracting me, honey. Come up here, be silent. Baba's working. We have a double page. What does this pair of pages mean? Okay, so there's some kind of work going on, and there may be some, we're spending our time, but not at cross purposes. Wherever we're spending our time in two different sections of the universe learning lessons, but they're parallel. There's a parallel experience here, and normally this Vladimir Hermit would be flanked, except this is corresponding energy. This is Virgo, and then this is the sun in Virgo, and we have the sun here. So this is a parallel experience. So we might be quantum entangled. Duh. This is what I'm getting. Okay, we are quantum entangled. We're quantum entangled. So we're having parallel experiences at different time space. Okay, so what is this Emperor Empress? Yeah, love is coming. We just need to get the message. And it does bring with it some fear, but it's only because we have to graduate, we have to mature, we have to go on a pilgrimage, we have to literally take on this confrontation because the right person has shown up and we may lie to ourselves or we may have been told something that was an untruth. So there's a little bit of shadow or darkness around a communication or an experience where something was communicated. So Emperor Four of Wands. We found our queen. We have these two cards here as well. We might be the queen, to be honest. So this emperor recognizes us. Let's see what the Empress Four of Wands means. Okay, and so I was right. We are the emperor here. We're the one taking more action or the boss or the whatever. And the Empress is the person that we're connected to, not us. Mostly watching the channel is females. There's like less than 15% of men that watch the channel. I think it's like 89% women, 11% men. Um, this is the person that we're connected to. For most of us, it's going to be a man that we're connected to. For most of us watching, it's a woman that we're connected to. I mean, for most of us watching, we're the woman. For most of us watching, we're connected to a man. Not everybody. The man is in his empress energy, meaning he's more loving, nurturing, caring, kind. He's working on some type of creativity. He's in his creative energy right now. Us as the feminine, yes, we create life, but and I don't have a uterus. I'm just saying we for solidarity. Um, we're in our active energy. We're in our masculine, which doesn't mean we're throwing D around. It actually means that we're more action. We're action oriented. We're also extroverted. We're also shot caller. Do you want to be a baller? Shot caller. And I did see the judgment card, which is do you want to be a baller? Shot caller. Yeah, so it's very true what I'm saying. Our polarities have switched just for a moment. And for whatever reason, it says that was a completion. So we have symbiosis and synthesis here. So there's some kind of pivotal moment that we're in. I don't know what's going on with you. You're acting very strange, darling. Come on. Baba's working. Baba's working. And we have a double four here. Okay, so for us, we're laying some type of foundation or groundwork, and to be honest, it's a little bit tedious or something. We are desiring strategy, the right type of, we're wanting to sow some seed in some kind of way. And then on their side, their heart's opening up. It's almost like their heart's desires is being granted, if that makes any sense. They see their ships coming in and they're very happy about it. So they're wanting to have one more kind of like reunion. They want our paths to cross once more to lock something down because somebody's been hit with the Cupid's arrow. Okay, so I know it's love because every love reading that's come up, I've fallen into somebody's timeline and it just happened. Um, so yeah, we're both learning, but we're also vying for a spot here. So we're both vying for the same thing, which I don't know what it is. Is it the truth? Is it the person to say, "Hey, I'm feeling you. What's up?" Because on the feminine side, what you usually say is, "Do you care for me? What are your feelings for me?" And on the masculine side, what you say is, "I really care for you. I'm feeling you. You know, is there an opening for me to step through, pull through, come through? You know, is this a place where I can stand on business, or should I fall back and let you handle your own because you don't want me speaking for you that way?" I'm paraphrasing, but I hope you're hearing what I'm putting down. Basically, is what the feminine does is they open up the door. What the masculine does is they walk through it. And sometimes the masculine does need to knock to say, "Hey, you're very beautiful. You're on my mind a lot. I'd like to, check the vibes, feel the energy to know what's going on here because I'm feeling something. Where are you at with things?" Um, that's what's going on with this double page energy. We're waiting on another meeting. We're trying to cross each other's path again. Yeah, so this is a union or something. This is the time when the ancestors and the ascended masters and the Lord has approved this message, approved this union, approved this connection. And it seems like we're rich enough on our own, even though they're saying that we're new money, meaning like whatever energy that we're in, it's fresh for this lifetime, and we're new in the last couple few months. Whatever lessons that are anchoring into the physical here, they're kind of brand new. It could go either way, left or right. We could stay in it, double down, or we could get distracted and miss our spot. So we have a pair of fours here again, and then another four comes out. No, this is a relationship. We're getting into a relationship soon. So what we want to do is work something out. That's what we want to do. We need to have a meeting of the minds, a strategy session or something like that. Because there's a creative new beginning here, and I'm seeing a spark, Like in the clarifiers, I was seeing love, but here in the reading, I'm seeing a spark, which usually is around lascessa, coitus copulation, bed pleasures. So I'm again, I was saying like if the polarities are switched here. The masculine has a feminine energy, and the feminine has a masculine energy, which could mean one is in their creative energy, usually the male, and the other one is in their action-taking energy, usually the female, if the polarities have switched. And usually the way that it works is for a woman to feel love, and this is not an absolute, you can't apply this to every woman, but the normal energy is how it works. Common, the typical, the larger than the majority, is that for a woman to feel love, they need to be connected. They need intimacy, like trust. They need, I mean, for a woman to have sex, she needs to feel love. And for a man to feel love, he needs to have sex. But when I clarified the man, it was like, I need love. And when I clarified the female, it was like, I need sex. So the only other translation would be passion, like the 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 woman would need to see passion from the man. Like, what are you passionate about? What are your goals? What are your ambitions? What are your heart's desires? What are your soul's ambitions? And for the masculine, he would need to see in the woman Ace of Cups. Like, what are you passionate about? Like, what are your hopes, wishes, aspirations in life? If the world were a bigger, brighter, and better place, what would you want to see? What's on your bucket list? What do your dreams tell you? You know, tell me about your boundaries. Tell me about your childhood. Tell me about your associations. Where your people from? That's kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah, I'm hearing that. Where are your people from? Ooh, maybe Mississippi or an island. Okay, so the other person, not us, the masculine, even though they're coming up in feminine energy, the masculine is future focused. Where we're at is runner. So we were taking time. When this first came to us, we were the one who did something that didn't get stinky. Okay. We had to go learn us something and circle back around. And so that's why the ancestors are also intervening, interceding, interrupting, interfering, because it's circled back around. We're ready. This has been a smooth reading. I mean, I took my time, but there's one more thing to check here. The Five of Pentacles with the Hierophant. Somebody might have their Mercury in Taurino, Taurus. Okay, so we brought order over chaos and we had to overcome something by standing our ground. So we did run just a little bit. When this love came towards us, we were like, whatever reason, whatever have you. But now it circled back around and whatever made us run, we healed. These two cards together mean graduation. We graduated. So what is going on? Who made it Mississippi or an island? Yeah, I'm hearing that. It's India, Ari brown skin. Where are your people from? Who made it Mississippi or an island? I'm hearing that. Yeah, this means graduation. We found our perfected self. This is a very humble man or a huntress if it's a female. A huntress, which means that she's a starter, a self-starter. She goes after things. She doesn't just wait for them to come to her. She'll literally hunt it down. And she's a planner. She can trace the stars. She can track things. She's a researcher. She's resourceful. It's Athena, Diana, Artemis. Is if this is a female. If it's a man, it means a humble male, a humble ruler, a humble masculine. It also means he's received his angel wings, so he's an archangel. Especially true with these two cards out, it means the supreme being. It literally means either God's wrath or Michael, or usually would be the knight. This really does mean an archangel, truly, genuinely, sincerely. These two cards together represent the archangel or Metatron. I mean, Merkaba, excuse me. Usually you want to see this card with the Hermit, but these two cards together just mean it means archangel. So this is completely qualified through all the 9 rounds. And that's how this reading is designed. I have to check one more thing. We had the Justice card with the 4 of Swords. Yeah, okay, so this is actually a protected relationship. This is a protected union. It's considered safe space, and there was some loss on this. There was a disappointment, and we needed to ask for help or make some changes. It happened, but we're needing to give love to this, or there's going to be some kind of depletion because people needed to get out of the way. And we were not going to go down this path for whatever reason. We were going to say no to this. But that shifted because Jesus and God got involved. Knight of Cups, Jesus. King of Cups, God got involved. And you saw the King of Swords, that's God when he's angry. And then we have a celestial priestess here. Grant me a moment. Yeah, this is our path, spirit, karma, life, path, destiny. This is going to help. This is a relationship that will last eternity. So it's fully accredited by the divine. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I don't know what I just read because that doesn't come out in a daily reading, especially for the 12th house. This is our kingdom spouse. Okay, so here's what's up. This was a reading about an assignment. We have found our kingdom spouse. There is the message or the implication that when we had our initial physical union, our meeting, the feminine energy did come online, whether it was enshrined in the masculine, enshrined in the feminine body, like identified or assigned. The feminine came online first and the masculine came online. However, in this circumstance, I feel like the poles are shifted. It could be because of the recent nodal shift happened just a few days ago. The nodes shifted into Leo. And every 18 months or so in the divine union, we do kind of switch roles, only for 18 months though, and then we switch back. So, and we don't always embody that. Sometimes it just anchors into like the heart chakra. It never comes below the heart chakra. Sometimes it comes into the full physical vessel. It's the same energy, but it affects each couple differently. I feel like the relationship circled it back around. It's now ready. Before, when we had our first initial union, there was one party not ready. I actually feel like it was the female bodied individual in this connection. They were female bodied or identified. They were actually embodying the masculine energy, taking action. They might have been focused more on career or self-worth and value. I'm seeing personal development, spiritual development, professional development. They were working on prayer. They were working on work. It might not have been cash money dollar bills, but there was something that they were trying to get off the ground, enshrine, erect some type of foundation, build some type of maybe business or nurture some type of entity or ambition out in the world. The masculine was in their creative energy. They were actually embodying the feminine, nurturing and creativity. In effect, they had a recognition, but they didn't actually come online. They didn't come out. That would be the case, however, with someone who is embodying their feminine energy, which by definition means they're not taking direct action or immediate action like somebody embodying the masculine energy, whether or not they're male or female. If they're embodying their masculine energy, not only are they taking action, but they're extroverted in said action, and they might be taking immediate action and or massive action. So that's not where this masculine was. They were in their feminine energy. They were something they were nurturing, they were creating, They were embodying, imbibing in their spirit, in their grace, in their love, in their virtue, in their divinity, in their value. They were not out in the world stating their intention, making their claims known, laying it down, locking it down, handling up, none of that. They were letting things fall as they would. Okay. So now we have a graduation, and something has increased. It's now ready. It's ripened in the oven or on the branch or on the vine, and now it's ready to be harvested, whatever seeds were previously planted. Okay. It has been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. As always, smash that like button. If anything that was said resonates deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Just a quick prayer to all those still lost out there, to illusion, delusion, confusion, trapped in the seas of time, lost somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the splendid grace of divine and unconditional love of universal oneness. Ho'oponopono, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. May you have your steps ordered, your path illuminated, and awaken, finding peace and salvation. May you be well, may you be whole, may you be happy, may you be at peace. May you be free from suffering and unease. May you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again. Namaste, Dandavat, and Ashe. Sayonara, das vidanya, Avidazane. Shre, shre, mochi, mochi. Bye.